Hey everyone, it's me, Jay, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about my self-body issues and things that I've gone through in my life and how I see myself today. And I thought this video would be really important because I don't think I hear enough people talking about this, because I'm sure that it affects so many out there. And yeah, I just wanted to be as open and honest as possible because it's been affecting me a lot lately. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. And I've just felt crazy, and I wanted to be just open and just honest and just really share my story with you guys regarding my weight and my weight loss when I was in high school and how I lost so much weight in such a short span of time. And I know I made a video kind of talking about this before, but I really wanted to go into the specifics and talk about my past and my history. So if you are sensitive about weight and hearing numbers and stuff like that, please click off this video because it is going to be regarding a lot of that. I'm going to go specific on numbers, and I know how triggering that can be for me. So if you are a little bit nervous about it, just please click off. So yeah, we're going to jump right into the video, and I'm just going to kind of open up and just really share with you guys my whole feelings with me losing weight and everything. But basically, growing up, I identified as a male for like the 19 years of my life, and it was crazy. I was constantly depressed because of gender issues, and I was also a very heavy-set child. I was basically a fat kid, and I was always made known of that, you know, by classmates, by friends, by family. I was constantly made aware that I was the fat kid, and I was such a shy. It wasn't even the funny fat kid. I was literally such a shy kid, and I just weighed a lot at a young age. And so bullying was something that I dealt with every single day. I remember always constantly going to the teachers because someone said something about my weight. And you know, kids can be cruel, but it was the harsh reality that I faced at a young age. And you know, realizing at like 5, 6 that you're overweight is really hard on a kid, and it's really, really hard on a kid. I remember just going through so much, and it affected me a lot. And so growing up, you know, I was constantly thrown the word diet, 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 and I was like 8, 9, 10, and just hearing this word, not really sure what it meant, but knowing that I had to do it in order to look like everyone else. In a group setting, I felt like the literal elephant in the room, and I remember always feeling so out of place whenever I was with anyone else just because of my weight. I always felt like it was a burden for other people. So I kind of grew up. I remember being 10, 11, weighing like almost 200 pounds, and it was unhealthy. And I admit that. And so I wanted to go and lose weight. And whenever I was like in the 6th grade, around 11, 12 years old, my mom moved from Florida, or from South Carolina to Florida. So we made a big move. And as a lot of you guys know, Florida is a very tropical place. So we moved to Florida, and I had a lot of cousins that wanted to try out for football, and they wanted me to as well. But when it comes to football, weight classes are how they determine it in the state or the city that I was living in. So I had to lose a lot of weight if I wanted to play with my cousins. So that was always on my mind. So I told my cousins, you know, make me as active as possible. Let's, you know, be riding bikes every day. Let's go exercise every day and just basically have fun. And that's what that summer consisted of. You know, I lost like 25 to 30 pounds that summer because I was also growing, so I was slimming down in like how I looked, but also I was being very active with my cousins, literally spending all day outside. I got so tan. I remember that summer vividly because it was so fun. Everything was so new. I had just moved, and I was getting really happy because I was with my family constantly. So it was one of those healthy kind of things that I got to do and lose. But I was still the big kid. I was still the kid that weighed a lot. And it was definitely still difficult for me. I stopped getting bullied as much about my weight. People like to say different things about me in middle school. But regardless, weight was still always on my mind. And so going into high school, I started gaining more weight again in my 9th grade year, and I actually weighed the most that I have ever weighed, which was like 210 pounds. So it got bad for me. It got bad for me quick. And I was in, I guess you could say, like a relationship, but what do you even call a relationship in 9th grade? But for some reason, it really affected me when this person specifically said that I looked like that I was gaining weight. So for some reason, hearing someone, I guess, that I cared about at the time say that to me just really put like a thought into my head, and I knew I had to change, but I didn't know how. And so that summer after 9th grade, I stopped eating. I stopped eating and I started running and exercising and running and exercising every day, just constantly running and exercising. And whenever I had to eat, I would cut up my food in little pieces and eat less. I cut basically what I was eating in half, maybe even less. Maybe I was eating a quarter of what I was normally eating, and just really, really trying to lose as much weight as possible. And that one summer, in the span of 3 or 4 months, I lost like 50 pounds. And I don't know if you guys know anything about weight, but that's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. But it was a crazy thing, because even though it wasn't healthy, and part of me knew it wasn't, I was getting rewarded for it. People were complimenting me. I had never heard people say that I was skinny, and for the first time, I got to hear that, because I weighed like 160 pounds. People told me, Jay, you're so thin now. Wow, you changed so much. You slimmed down so much. I went to a friend's parents' house and they told me like, wow, you look so slim. And for me, I was so baffled that this could, people were complimenting me on this. So I kept doing it. I did it through my entire sophomore year. I did it through my entire junior year. I didn't really change in weight because I stopped running as much, but I was still slimming down slowly, at slower pace. And it basically got really unhealthy. I remember at one point I was so mad about how I weighed. I weighed like 160 in like my junior year. I remember getting so mad that I started just running for no reason, getting really mad. It was like 10 o'clock at night and I ran 5 miles in pitch black because I was so mad at myself for how I looked. And it got really toxic for me. So I think that was the point where I realized, you can't keep living like this. You can't keep being so hard on your body. You're gonna kill yourself if you keep doing this. And so yeah, it was such a crazy thing. I remember watching, what is it called, To the Bone, a few months ago. I don't know if you guys know that. It's about anorexia, a girl that faces anorexia, and how she wraps her finger around her arm was one of the main things to kind of see if she's losing weight, and her goal was to like put her fingers around her arm. Well, growing up as a big kid, I could never put my fingers around my wrist. So when it came to losing weight and the way that I looked at my weight, I was so triggered with that movie because I constantly wrapped my finger around my wrist to see if I could, because I never could when I was younger. I also never had knuckles when I was younger. So whenever I was growing up, losing weight, I would constantly close my fist to look at my knuckles and just keep doing this. So a lot of times after I eat or I'm eating or something, you'll see me just kind of wrap my fingers around my wrist to see if I can do it. And it's one of those things that I didn't really know I was doing consciously, but I was, and it was really not good for me. And so, like I said, after that whole incident with running and running 5 miles, I kind of knew that I had to do something. I kind of knew that I couldn't keep living that way, just in constant obsession about my weight. So I stopped weighing myself. I stopped worrying about how I looked, and I just was living my life. And it was great for a little bit until I started gaining weight again. So through my senior year, I gained like 10 pounds. It wasn't that much, but I gained some weight. I was looking bigger, but it wasn't that crazy. And I was getting really, really dysphoric with my transition. So I decided, obviously to move out after high school. I moved and I started living in the same city as my girlfriend. I went to school here. It's where I'm at now. And I also started transitioning. And I was crazy scared because whenever it came to hormone replacement therapy, they always say you're going to gain weight. So, be wary of that. And I knew that I didn't want that to happen. And I was so depressed when it came to coming out and my family and everything like that. So with taking hormones, I actually lost a lot of weight. And so I lost a good 40 pounds from taking hormone replacement therapy right from the first couple months, because I wasn't eating as much because of how depressed I was dealing with coming out and my family pressure and everything. So I remember being that slim, the slimmest that I've ever been in my life. I was weighing like 138 pounds, and it was really, really, really good. I remember not feeling so unhealthy about it, but I remember being that weight, and then all of a sudden it clicking again, like, I'm overweight, I need to lose weight, I need to lose more weight, I just want to be skinnier, skinnier, skinnier. And it's one of those things that no matter how much I weigh, I'm always going to feel bigger than I am. And I'm always going to be able to weigh myself and know that, wow, maybe I can get this lower, maybe I can get this lower. And it became unhealthy again. And so fast forward to today, I started working at a fast food restaurant as the manager. Never had time to worry about my appearance, never had time to worry about myself. And I started gaining weight again. So now I'm in a level, a weight that I don't want to be in. I don't even want to say how much I weigh because it's so dysphoric for me. And I'm just so unhappy with how I look and how I feel. But, constantly in the back of my mind, it's like, Jay, just stop eating, restrict your eating, go back to how I used to be. And that's a scary route to think. And constantly I'm thinking about my weight. It's a constant thing. Every time I go out to eat, I think about what I can do to make sure that I lose as much weight as possible. And so that's why I'm making today's video. I want to try to be as healthy as possible, lose weight in a healthy manner. I identify as female now. I'm a transgender woman. And so the way that people look at women and their bodies are different than how they looked at males and their bodies. So when I was weighing like 138 pounds, I was so concerned with, me feeling too fat because women are smaller than that. Women are smaller than that. And I constantly told myself that. So I want to lose weight, but I don't want to be unhealthy about it. And I'm actually really scared to do this video because I'm actually making a commitment to be healthier. And so that's what I want to do. I want to be as healthy as possible. I've been going to the gym the past month every day, running 2 miles every day. Eating, I've tried to change a little bit, but at the same time I still have a bad sweet tooth. So I have to make sure that I stop eating sweets. I have to make sure that I pick and choose, the healthiest meals, and making sure that I kind of eat less, but in a healthier way. Make sure I'm not completely restricting my food and losing weight in an actual good pace instead of an outrageously fast pace. I just want to be healthy again, and I want to look great and just feel great. And I wanted to take you guys along with this journey, and I hope you guys would love if I did vlogs of me working out, if I did vlogs talking about my food, if I did vlogs talking about this issue, because it is one that I'm facing, just the road to being healthy. And I wanted to know if you guys would be interested in that. So basically I go to the gym every day, like I said, and I work out. And so here's some vlog clips of that.
Inside, 'cause
that I do planks, it hurts me so bad. So I don't think I can do it that long, but I'm gonna try to do as long as I can.
Do you want to try it?
Do it again. I love you. And yeah, it's just one of those things that makes me really happy to do and to go out and to vlog, because I really, really like doing it, and it makes me feel good afterwards. And I want to make sure that I eat as healthy as possible. I'm a vegetarian, so it's a little bit harder to kind of understand what I can eat that's good for me, because obviously a lot of the things that I'm, gradually, like a lot of things that I'm attracted to are like cheeses and stuff like that, which are an unhealthy thing to eat. So I have to make sure that I don't eat too much bread, obviously, and just try and be as healthy as possible. If you guys have any diet like ideas or anything that I can use to diet, and or like a way like that I can live that's like vegetarian, please feel free to leave a description or to comment down below so I can kind of look into that. But I do want to eat better. I need to stop eating sweets. I'm literally obsessed with sweets, and I just want to be healthy again. So that's where I plan on being. I want to lose, I guess, 50 pounds, but I don't even want to put a number on it. I just want to be healthy. So that's what I plan on doing, and hopefully I can take you guys with that journey on me. But yeah, so other than that, I'm trying to think of another update with my life. My girlfriend and I started a Depop where we're selling a lot of our old clothes. I don't know if you saw my closet tour, but I have a lot of old clothes and a lot of old things that I want to sell. I don't know if you saw my vinyl tour as well. I'm selling a lot of my vinyl on there, so go check it out. I already sold one of my favorite pieces, and I'm going to go ship it out today. So this is going to be really cool and a really fun experience. But yeah, so if you want to shop at my Depop store, you'll be supporting me and my girlfriend. We're moving to LA hopefully in the next 5-6 months, so it's a big move and a big change really quickly, so we're like franticing right now. So if you want to support us, all that money is going to go to our moving costs and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys for everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this whole conversation that I opened up, and how I'm feeling and how I'm going to express this with all of you. And I'm just really, really excited for my future and how I can get healthy and start feeling good about my body again. And when I do get comfortable with my body, I want to make sure that I show you guys the progression with it. I want to make sure that I show you guys, how I'm losing weight, how many inches I've lost, and being able to actually take off my shirt when I go swimming, to be able to take off my shirt in pictures, to be able to wear crop tops and feel comfortable. And I just really am excited for that day, to feel feminine, to feel beautiful, and to just, I don't know, be confident, I guess. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys want to support me, like I said, we have that Depop store. I have an album, and I also have a Patreon. All those links will be down in the description below. If you want to follow me, I have a Twitter and Instagram where I talk a lot about my weight on. So feel free to check that out. And lastly, just thank all of you guys. Like, I hit 13,000 a few days ago, or like a few weeks ago, and it really is incredible and an amazing thing, and I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.